This is going to be a very busy weekend for us. Mrs. Madison is currently off the farm running quick errands for us. We got a big day today because we're going to be processing our 45 meat birds, getting those out to our customers, and then putting some in the freezer for ourselves. Now, I'm just going to be upfront with you. We're not going to be showing the actual process today. You may see a little QC when the product is finished, but no processing. I'm getting all the chores done this morning so I can get everything set up for we can process some birds. On Sunday, hopefully we'll be starting our chicken soup so we can get that canned as well. We're a little bit behind the 8 ball on preserving our food here. Let's let the quackers out. You think they'd be used to me by now. They do that every morning. But hey, I enjoy it. So I gotta let all the animals out. I'm a little bit behind. If you haven't watched the video, we did put up a video about our peacock can't get right. He is enjoying his new digs. And believe it or not, he had the nerve to ask me if he can have cable. No, we don't have cable. Last night we got our first coldest night. It was actually below freezing last night, so we weatherized the well. We have one spigot that's really exposed. It used to have animal water on it. Prior owners removed it. So what we did was we brought it and we insulate the area, and then we put a bucket full of with insulation on it. That way it keeps that pipe from bursting. And it worked last year, so hopefully it works again this year. We have a new solar watering concept that we're going to be filming here soon, so stay tuned for that. I think it's going to be a game changer for those who don't have electricity near their animals. You know, if you haven't watched that video, we'll put a link up top. We used the aerators last year and they worked wonderful, but we did have to go out there periodically and just move the water or add water to them. I don't know about you guys on your farm. Drop some comments below, but feed prices have been crazy. We have to figure out a way to get our feed costs down. No. One thing I'm looking at is reducing the amount of animals that we have on the farms that aren't providing a return on investment. And when I say return on investment, because there's different ways to get return on investment, what I'm talking about is the financial return on investment. So I've been talking to Mrs. Madison and trying to get her on board with getting rid of the pigs. In fact, there's somebody supposed to be coming today to look at a pig and potentially put them in the freezer. I know. Some of you gonna say, Ryan, you said they weren't for consumption, they were pets. How can you do that? Listen, whether they're pets or whether they're for livestock, we treated them the same. All of our animals get treated the same. I have to look in the mind that I am a farm and I am a business. I am trying to be a profitable business, and I have to look at what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. And having 3 pigs that I can't gain any income and they're just removing revenue from the farm, I have to remove that equation. That it's my fault. I'm not gonna stray away from that. I brought them on the farm. I set that precedent that they were gonna be pets, and I was caught up in emotions and I did not look at the financial aspect of everything. I did not equate that feed was gonna double. At this point at our business, it does not make financial sense.
I'm still working up the courage to just do it. To be honest with you, I think I'm gonna help this year. I'm kind of softy when it comes to that stuff, so I will probably be processing chickens and crying at the same time. I'll probably have nightmares. But the reason why I think I'm going to help this year is because we actually had a freezer full of poultry. We did not have to purchase chicken from the store. The chicken that we ate, I knew exactly how those chickens were raised. I knew exactly what they ate, and I knew exactly how they were treated. That's pretty cool. Very cool. Alright you guys, this is the quality control process, but real quick before we jump into that, let me show you our setup. We have our scalder right next to our plucker. Then we have our quality control tables. So this table here is where we will dress the bird, and we discard the waste into this big tote here, in which we'll take the waste and we actually bury it back and give back to the soil on our property. Once the bird is dressed, we then move it to the quality control over here, where we'll actually defeather and make sure that everything is looking good on the bird. And then from here, this is the last table where it is the final quality control of the bird to make sure that it is absolutely 100% ready to go into the ice bath. One thing I did forget to mention is that every single station is wiped down thoroughly with bleach water, so we can make sure that there's no contamination whatsoever. So let's get to it. Welcome to day 2. What are you doing?
Hi, Candy.
You're my
Clickbait.
This is our clickbait for Bad Acre Farms. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I mean, why not? All seriousness, this is day 2. We are a little bit behind. We were hoping to get 30 birds processed yesterday. We fell a little bit short. We hit 21, I want to say.
Yeah.
So we're about 9 birds short, which is actually not, it wasn't bad. It just got a little bit dark.
You know what
and
they
we couldn't see.
You know what they say?
What?
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Yes, they do. They do say that. So today we have to get kind of going.
Yeah.
We're
behind now too.
We are. We're a little bit behind now, but you know what? It's the weekend.
What is it? Noon.
It's noon. It is noon.
We're just now starting.
Yeah. We even said we're going to wake up early and do this.
Yeah.
But we did it. So
we woke up early.
We woke up early, but we haven't got started yet.
Yeah.
I'll be happy when it's done.
Yeah.
We're gonna take you guys along with us, and we're gonna show you how we shrink wrap the birds at the end here, and then also
give you an average weight. And the total weight of the birds.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we'll close out everything. So hopefully we should be done. Hopefully no later than 3-4 o'clock. I'm hoping.
Yep.
If so, that'd be awesome. That way we can get everything cleaned up. We got some other things that we need to tend to on the farm.
We also have a fresh bird.
I'm about to say that.
Yeah.
We have a fresh bird inside of our crock pot.
We do.
We're making chicken soup that we're going to be preserving for winter months. I am a big fan of soups.
Yes, you are.
So that's what I usually eat during my lunch break is a can of soup. So being able to have my own preserved soup is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So, but
it smells amazing.
Yeah, it does. And we just started it a couple hours ago. So.
We did.
So we're going to go ahead and get started,
right,
guys, and take you along on the journey here.
All right, you guys, we spent all weekend processing these birds. We did 45 birds in 2 days, and we are now ready to weigh them. We've already shrink wrapped them. we are good to go. So let's get started and let's start weighing these birds, and we'll give you guys our total weight and the average weight for our birds. All right, you guys, so this is the other half. I've got them all weighed, I've got them labeled, and they are ready to be put into our commercial fridge. The other half have already went to good homes. Yes, we do sell our poultry for profit here at Acre Farms. We do qualify under the federal exemption for the 1,000 birds or less we sell to household consumers. But with that being said, I do want to mention really quick about the labeling, because we used labels last time that I really wasn't overly thrilled with the quality. I really didn't like the look. So I actually created a label this time, and it was a little more cost effective. It took a little bit more effort. I'm not sure the next go round, maybe I'll try to find a better print quality. But I'll show you real quick what I did. So here's a label that I created. It's actually just printer paper. I created the label itself in Adobe Illustrator. I do have a graphic design background, so I enjoy this part of my job here at the farm. But I created the label. I did read the USDA label requirements, advising of special instructions. You have to have your farm contact information, the weight, and then of course the type of bird, which is the pasture-raised chicken. So I created the label, and then instead, and yes, paper and having it on a product like chicken really doesn't go that well. So I bought the self-adhering, actually 8.5 by 11 sheets, and I kind of sandwiched the paper in between those, and then I cut it out and then paper punched it, and then I tied it right on to the actual bird itself, so it won't come off unless you actually cut it off. So it seemed to be working okay, and I actually like the look, so maybe we'll do that again next time. But I will tell you the cost. We already had the printer paper, I already had the ink in the printer. I was able to make the labels 8 per sheet. It took me 6 sheets of paper and the 1 box of self-adhering laminate, and that was $7. So it actually saved us quite a bit of money on labels. So we'll see, who knows what we'll do next time. But now the moment you guys have been waiting for, the moment of truth. So our total weight was 318.9 pounds, and the average weight of the bird came in at a whopping 7.1 pounds. So we did actually really well this round. However, I would say that we spent quite a bit on food costs, so we do have to dial that in. And when I say we, I mean I was the one in charge feeding the birds this time, so I may have overindulged them. So we're gonna have to reel that back in a little bit. And we did let them go 9 weeks this time. So we had a few different variables going with these processing of these birds, but all in all, not a bad deal. So you guys, I hope you learned something. I know I did. And it's a great feeling to be able to raise your own food, know how it was raised, and know how it was processed. And having the ability to have that food in our freezer at any given time is pretty amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out here and help Ryan finish cleaning up. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and tell a million friends or two.